Andy Farrell's made some interesting selections in his Irish side to take on Fiji this weekend. He's dropped Jack Crowley out of the starting or out of match day 23, debutants to Isaac and McCarthy, and a few other selections that I'll be very interested to see how they go. Looking at Fiji, exciting squad coming off the back of an historic win over Wales in Cardiff, first ever win for them in Cardiff over Wales, and riding high for sure. They'll be backing themselves in this game and it's going to be an absolute belter. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments what you think of the teams named, of the selections, the different players being named in this Irish team. More specifically, let me know in the comments what changes would you have made? How do you think this game is going to play out? What's your score predictions? I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So Ireland versus Fiji, it's going to be, this is probably besides the Scotland-Australia game, which I think is going to be a cracking game, I'm most excited for this game. Ireland, yes, beat Argentina last week, lost to New Zealand the week before. Kind of up and down, yes, top 5 rugby nation in the world, but not playing their best rugby right now. A lot of stop-start, not really connecting, not much cohesion there. And then you look at Fiji on the other side, massive win over Wales a couple of weeks ago, riding high, a lot of confidence off the back of that, some absolute game breakers within their squad. So I think this game is going to be an absolute belter. I can't wait for it. We'll get into the squads first, and then we'll do a little bit of a matchup, a bit of a preview. And man, I can't wait for it. So Ireland's forwards. We got Porter, McCarthy on debut, Belham up front, and then second row of Joe McCarthy and Tide Byrne. Then we've got back row of Isuk Van der Fleer, and Caelan Doris. Caelan Doris, obviously captain. Then the backs, plenty of changes here. So we got Craig Casey and Sam Prendergast as your 9-10 combo. Then Bundy Aki and Henshaw in the centres. And back 3 of Stockdale, Mac Hansen, and Jamie Osborne. Don't mind that back 3 at all. The replacements there, we got Kelleher, O'Toole, Clarkson, Henderson, Prendergast, Murray, Frawley, and McCloskey. Then for the Flying Fijians, and apologies in advance for my pronunciations, we've got Maui, Ikanaveri, and Tangi in the front row. Ikanaveri, obviously captain. Then we got Vothe, Maye Navanua in the locks. Then we got Darren Alangi, Salawa, and Thanika Vata in the back row. Frank Lomani, Caleb Muntz, 9 and 10. Love that combination. Then Joshua Tuisova and Waisayan Naithalevu, co-captain. Strong centre pairing. That is very scary. And in the back 3 of Lugani Masi, Waini Kolo, and Karewailevu. I think I've done it right there. Then the impact of Matavesi, Etet, Tawaki, Taruga Thoka, I hope that's how you say it, and Tuisui, Matualu, Botitu, and Maikala. Again, apologies for my pronunciations, trying my best there with the Fijian names. It's a very strong Fijian side that, oh man, we go to let's get into some of the matchups here. So my big first matchup, 9 and 10. So you've got the experience of Frank Lomani, Caleb Muntz versus quite inexperienced youth, a lot of energy of Craig Casey and Sam Prendergast. Look, what Lomani's bringing you, there's a lot of experience firstly, and just physical stuff, loves getting that proper scrum off, just niggly into everything. He's got a good running game, loves the physical stuff, like I said, around the rucks, and loves to get stuck in like that. Caleb Muntz, off the back of just fantastic game versus Wales, where his confidence has just gone through the roof. Like I said previously in that review, where he's come from a horrific knee injury that put him out of the Rugby World Cup last year, worked his way back through Fiji and Drua, back into the international setup and just back playing beautiful rugby. And the way he steers this wild flying Fijian ship, we've got all these world stars in their backline, in the forwards, just being able to have that cool, calm, collected captain steering the ship, if you will, in Caleb Muntz. And he just brings that calm energy there around all the chaos. And I can't wait to see that matchup between Casey and then Sam Prendergast and Lamani and Caleb Muntz. Prendergast, this is his second game. He come off the bench versus Argentina. Got thrown in the deep end there. There was 3 points in it, 20 minutes to go. Here we go, Prendergast, let's see what you can do. Although Ireland didn't score much points there, they were banging on that door. Argentina's defense was fantastic, and I loved the few touches Prendergast did have. He's got that attacking intent, ball in two hands, loves to run the ball to the line. There's not much of him, so you can expect a ton of traffic coming his way on defense. Those Fijians, big boys, regardless of who they play against, it's tough to tackle them. But then you look at Sam Prendergast, there's nothing of him. There's not much of the young fella, but look, they probably hide him. I would, on lineouts, put him at hooker on defensively to get him away from those big running centers and forwards coming in that vacuum. But I think what he brings with regards to attack will be really good for them. And when I'm looking at players outside, like you look at someone like Bundy Aki outside him, will bring that. There's a lot of experience there. Defensively will help him a lot as well. But then you look inside him, Craig Casey, not a lot of games under his belt for Ireland, but his service off the deck is lovely. He's very quick off the deck. He's got a good box kick as well, so he can take a bit of pressure off Prendergast, and now he'll definitely look to that. You're looking a little bit further out wide. You've got guys like Jamie Osborne, who's got a big boot on him as well. Also still very young, but man, exciting for sure. Then my other matchup that I'm looking at is Joshua Tuisova, Nayethalevu up against Bundy Aki and Henshaw. Oh man, that's worlds. When beasts collide, only one. There can be only one, literally, between these two center pairings. Man, that's going to be Bundy Aki versus Tuisova. Holy, am I the only one's excited about that? Oh man, there's a couple of short balls running there, a couple of collisions that you do not want to get mixed up in. Either one of them, man, they've both have their ability to beat players. Bundy Aki's just strong with ball in hand. He's got a handoff. He can run over the top of you. He's got that agility, that little step to beat you as well. And then you look at Tuisova, who's he's bigger than Bundy Aki. He's got a step. He's got a turn off pace. He's got a handoff. He can run over the top of you as well. So this is a huge matchup here. I can't wait for it. The return of Jacob Stockdale is also very, very exciting for Ireland. Hasn't played in a very long time for Ireland. He's been in fine form for Ulster in the URC, and great to see him get an opportunity here. Oh man, this is going to be a tough one. Like, could we see a little upset here? Maybe. Who knows? I'm going to go Ireland to win this one by 5. It's going to be one of the best games of the Autumn Nation Series, I think. Free-flowing, lots of tries, big tackles, big runs, beautiful tries, I think. Let's just hope. I think the one thing I hope for with Fiji is if they can stay in the game for the full 80 minutes. That'll be your biggest question mark there. Obviously, you'll look at guys like McCarthy and Byrne to attack Fiji's set piece, especially their lineouts. Something that Fiji has really looked or improved on, but still not elite when it comes to that. So that's something that Ireland will look to attack them on, is that set piece, lineouts and scrums. So I'm going to go Ireland by 5 points in an absolute belter, a cracking game. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What's your score prediction? Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.